Alright guys, first things first, Myrrh. I've used Myrrh a lot. I've maxed out her SV, her HO is really high, I like her a lot. I can't wait to see what her refine is, so here we go. Oh wait, that's right, it's a weapon refining. I always mess this up. Okay, fine, we're gonna go to weapon refinery. Okay, let's try that again. I like Myrrh, and Myrrh now gets a refine. Okay, so Myrrh's refined. Grants attack +3, that's a base effect. If unit's defense or foe's defense +1. Oh, it updated! It's now +1 instead of +5. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness. Okay, huge.
So immediately huge for her.
Yeah, 5 guys. 5 is so hard nowadays. I used to have to buff Myrrh up with 4 or 5 dragons before I can use that effect. Now you don't. Well, it's the same thing because if I add 5 defense or 6 defense, and it's 5 lower instead of just 1 defense higher, it's just you get the point. That is a big difference maker. That saves me so many points and allows her ability to work so much more in the modern day of this game, considering all the heroes nowadays have so much defense. Even like Myrmidons like have 30-something defense nowadays, making like natural Myrrhs Great Flame difficult.
Fallen Ike has 32.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, what? Alright. If foe's range equals 2, cast damage using the lower of foe's defense or res. Standard. But the big thing, at start combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, what? Over 25%, and units within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed, defense res +5 to unit, and neutralizes effects that guarantee foe's follow-up attacks during combat. That's null follow-up.
No follow-up on Wary. Well, it's part of no follow-up.
Part of no follow-up.
On Wary, with an Omni buff +5, as long as within 2 spaces of an ally and healthy, relatively speaking.
Yep. Basically, Myrrh doubles down on denying follow-ups.
Oh my goodness.
So you can't auto follow up to cheese her speed.
And just double checking, that also means Great Flame is now giving you +5 to everything, making her Great Flame trigger way easier. Or is that if units defense is over foe's defense +5? Oh my goodness.
That doesn't say at the start of combat.
Yeah.
So it happens with the in-combat buffs, meaning that now she'll have effectively 41 defense, making foes with 40 defense or less physically incapable of doubling her.
Oh my,
follow-up.
That is so crazily good. That's a huge swing. It went from you gotta beat their defense by 5 to just 1, and then they give you 5 extra defense on top of that, along with 5 extra everything. She is such a great tank.
Everywhere.
She does.
This is a 60 attack with 41 defense and 36 res just for having an ally nearby, basically.
And her speed doesn't really matter. Wow. Yeah.
Also, this is a very, very stupid situation to put her in, but Marth with Binding Shield no longer gets his guaranteed follow-up against Myrrh.
For real?
Yeah. This stops the Binding Shield's follow-up. It doesn't stop the sweep part, but Marth basically can't double Myrrh without having immediately high defense.
So let me get this straight. The guarantee foe's follow-up attack part triggers, and the Great Flame part triggers, which makes it so he can only get 1 hit.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Granted, it's still a red
that 1 hit is still very likely to kill, but...
not very likely, but likely.
Oh, yeah, this is...
Like I said, it's a very stupid situation, but it's one thing that she potentially has over Legendary Marth.
Kids, gather around. Let me tell you about the great story of when Scalar Heritage first came to the game, and Grandpa Nimius put Swordbreaker on Tiki thinking he'd stop Marth and stuff.
Well, you were right for a little while.
I talked about this before.
Yeah, I have. I prevented him from doubling, but it didn't matter because she just got one-shotted. So yeah, I would think she still gets one-shotted. Anyways, I'm learning that. That's awesome.
Absolutely one of the better, definitely one of the bigger winners here, and I'm very happy that her refine came out so nice.
Oh, I'm gonna use Myrrh again, guys. I'm actually now considering putting Myrrh in my Ether Raid's defensive team because I think this could mess people up.
As an example of units that Myrrh can counter pretty hard now, Legendary Crom, as long as she has Iot's Shield, and Duo Ephraim.
Yeah, you're right. I actually have no good counters against strong blue heroes. Ooh, that actually gives Myrrh quite a... Oh, I'll consider putting her in just because this refine is just crazy good. And I already have her fully built up anyways. All she needs is a few flowers. Attack, defense, res. HP. All right, I'm hyped. That was really good. I'm super happy about this Myrrh. What? This is so different from what I imagined.
It was not at all what I expected. I gave him Death Blow, and so did you.
I gave him... Yeah, everyone was expecting this to be a Brave Sword because he came from a Brave Sword.
But it's better.
Okay, hold on. Here's the thing. Most often I see offensive Draugs or speed Draugs. I haven't really seen like defensive Draugs. Okay.
Neither.
So this is... I don't know who they made this for. This is very different. So for those who haven't read it yet, Stalwart Sword. If foe initiates combat, inflicts attack -6 on foe during combat. Very simple. That is nice to have. That's essentially a 6 extra defense or res. Nice. If unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack defense +5 to unit and neutralizes the unit's penalties to attack defense during combat. Oh, that's super good, but...
Looks
Carrot
familiar.
Cudgel.
Yeah, it's Carrot Cudgel. That's super
Carrot Cudgel
good.
on an attack -6. That's really good.
It's actually amazing because defense +5, their attack -6. That essentially adds 11 defense to you, so long as you're next to somebody, and then you neutralize units' penalties to attack and defense, so they can't debuff you. Super good.
So, for example,
You two died.
yours would basically...
Oh shit.
Yep.
Eventually.
Anyways, as we were saying, Stalwart Sword is really, really good. It's just not of the archetype that Draugs have been built in. That's the only issue
Yeah.
I have with it.
I gave him Death Blow 4.
You gave him Deathblow 4, like this doesn't utilize it at all.
No, I have to use in dual phase, which is really weird.
Yeah. So
Full phase armors.
I haven't
Yay.
really ever disagreed with a refine to this degree. Ever. Here's the thing. It's an excellent refine. Here's the other thing. It's just nobody expected this, and all the Draugs I've seen have been pretty offensive, so...
I mean, there's a good chance that some people didn't go this route. I know that, for example, our resident Draug fan in Discord didn't go player phase.
Yeah, I know. I've seen them, but I'm saying the majority of them, which is why I'm just surprised with their choice here.
Yeah, I'm very surprised, to say the least. I mean, I'm fine. I'll be totally fine. I'm just... Yeah, my refined choice was my A-slot choice is not panning out.
Yeah. And at this point, I think he really wants to go... Hell. Oh, Kestrel stance would be excellent on him. He would be so fast. And
Oh God,
his
it
defense
would.
naturally would be amazing. And that guard ability would just push him over the edge.
If you want to go for a Vengeful build or something, you could do a Vengeful stance for Myrrh stance, so you can give him his res.
I was gonna say, the only issue with that is he's actually really quick naturally.
He is 36 speed, neutral at +10. If you want to, you can build on that, but reasonably my thought is you could do like Myrrh stance Vengeful, that pushes him up to effectively 35 res in enemy phase.
Yeah, I
At
guess
+10.
that's the other thing you can try, yeah.
I'm thinking that Vengeful Fighter is one of the better options for him
If
with this refine.
If you go plus res Draug and then Vengeful Fighter, I see it better.
Oh, absolutely. And then go with
Hey,
either
man, what did you
Warding
think
Stance
of Myrrh's
4
refine?
or Mirror Stance
Mm-hmm.
3, if you have those available.
Yeah, I would go for that. Anyways, I'm still gonna learn this. I still think it's good. It's just very different, and I'm gonna have to change my Draug entirely up for this. So,
Okay.
yeah. Not a brave weapon, surprisingly, but still an excellent, excellent refine. It just makes him a defensive, which is weird. I thought the entire idea of Draug was to break the mold because all the armors thus far we had have been used pretty defensively. I guess Amelia was the closest to offensive armor refine.
Gwendolyn could go either phase, it really didn't matter.
Okay, well this
Yeah.
pretty much shoehorns him into being used defensively.
Enemy phase. Yeah, or at least in a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Draug also kind of has memes of being defensive anyway.
Alright. Alright, well, I'll still learn it.
No, I had to.
I mean,
My arena score went up.
he's a +10 Draug. I needed to, like, somehow use this guy at this point.
Yeah, you give him, like, again, stance 4 or something, you could probably use him in arena.
Yeah. I don't want to kill Asserter for him because his defenses are so high. But,
Yeah.
and I don't know, Warding Breath and, like, Warding Stance is much harder to find. Let's start at the top left. Hewn Lance. Inflicts speed -5. If unit initiates combat, unit attacks twice. It's Hewn?
Hone.
Hewn.
I think it is Hone.
Okay, Hewn Lance. Anyways, speed -5. If unit initiates combat, unit attacks twice, aka a brave weapon. Additionally, if unit initiates combat, grants attack defense +4 during combat, and foe cannot make a follow-up attack. Hold up.
Miniature sturdy impact.
Looks
a la
familiar.
Bouquet
The
blade.
Valentine's units.
So it'd be like Conrad's weapon on top of a brave lance.
Oh god, that is actually so good.
It really is.
And of course, everyone knows it's a 400 SP skill, so this is a max scoring brave weapon.
And you can, and Donnel scores like, what was it now, Soleil?
All reaches the 165 bracket.
Yep.
Ah. So yeah, he would score like Soleil, which isn't. You do have to use Blue Duel to use him best, but he isn't that far away, so you could probably get away
He
with
actually has a higher score ceiling than Soleil does because he now has a personal weapon.
it. No, Soleil still has the same score ceiling because nobody. It's only personal B slots or higher SP skills like Crom's Assist.
Oh.
He's an easier score ceiling though, so if
Well,
you're looking
yeah.
for an easier Soleil to build, Donnel immediately comes to mind.
Okadok. Well, I'm just gonna say that's super good. The impact part is huge, but the thing is, a lot of bucket heads that are just plus speed, and
I've seen a lot of bucket heads that go distant counter.
oh yeah, that's
A
also
lot of
true. This isn't the ideal weapon for them as well. Though with that said, at the very least, we had indication here that will be a brave weapon, considering he comes from a brave weapon.
Yep. It's just most people put Berkut's. Berkut's DCQR, Donnel with distant defense, and like attack smoke.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Here's the thing, guys. These refines thus far have been excellent. The only one I can truly see that everyone agrees on is Great Flame thus far. Stalwart Sword and Hewn Lance. Ooh, these are good refines. It's just
It's
not
funny
everyone.
that they literally rip
Yeah.
from other weapons, Kara Cudgel and Bouquet Blade.
Yeah, but they
respectively.
rip from other weapons, and they kept their base effect or a new effect.
And
which-
they're really good on that as well.
Yeah, which is why it's crazily good. But
For reference, plus attack, Donnel hits 53 attack initiating with this refine.
oh man, if you gave him Death Blow 4, but again, if for arena scoring, you would have to go Blue Duel.
Yeah. Which would put him up to 51 HP.
Hmm.
So you could actually use him Panic Bot.
All right. Anyways, I think it's excellent refine. It's just not for everybody. This is more for people if you just make a bucket head and you just want to use it for arena assault or something. This is such an easy refine to make a good bucket head with.
Oh yeah. Easy sturdy impact. That's
I
really
have
convenient.
SPDMDC with
Yep.
harmonic lance speed. This is an awkward refine for me.
Yeah, Salt Blue. I know, man. Just like Stalwart Sword, these are kind of awkward refines for people who plus 10 them. But I feel like for people who haven't even plus 10 them or just are thinking about making them, they're really happy now because at base these refines are excellent. It's just people who plus 10 them go very different directions from these refines. And on to the last one. Sniper's Bow. Effective against flying foes. After combat, if unit attack, deals 7 damage to target and foes within 2 spaces of target. Oh, that's Savage Blow. And inflicts attack
And
speed
pay-
-7 on them.
Poison Strike.
Poison Strike 2, yep.
So kind of similar
Oh.
to Kempf, but a little less damage.
Oh, I
Gain
see what you
attack speed
mean.
smoke.
Because it's also the enemy you're attacking that gets. Wow, that's actually super good. That is actually that's a true Assassin's Bow then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
But
That-
wait, there's more.
There's more. That effect already oh wow, she's gonna be so good. At start combat, if unit's HP is over 50% or equal to, grants attack speed +4 during combat. That's essentially Swiss Barrel, or attack speed push kind of. And if unit is also within 2 spaces of support partner, foe cannot counterattack. What? What?
Yeah.
Hey, where have we seen that before?
That's Leela's.
So
Yeah.
another
for the condition of
assassin.
the HP, you get basically Layla's effect minus the swap.
There
Holy
is
crap.
an issue with this, though.
What?
Being-
What? How? What issue? This bow's crazy good.
The issue is with the new base effect. Well, the 7 damage to foes within 2 spaces of the target does not happen if her target dies.
Wait, why is that an issue?
Why is that an issue?
The Savage Blow effect does not happen if her target dies.
Okay, but her
That's not
target
much
died.
Your target's still dead.
And that's not really issue. That's
Right,
just
but
like
that's also not doing damage to other foes that are within range.
I know,
of
but it's
the
relatively
retarded
minor.
deal.
It's relatively minor compared to what this
Losing-
entire kit is providing.
Losing 7 damage at the gain of a kill, I would take that.
Yeah, I would take it because look, man, it's if you're within just 2 spaces of support partner, that's a fire sweep, essentially, and you also get attack speed +4, and if somehow they survive, 7 damage to target and foes within 2 spaces of target and attack speed -7. This bow is doing so much.
Oh yeah, it's doing a lot. It's just there is a minor issue with the base effect of it.
It's just an important thing to note. I don't think of it as that much of a problem for most people.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys. I have to say, I'm really impressed with the refines. Now, Hewn Stalwart Sword, kind of awkward, but still immaculate. So automatically I have to put those 2 on the bottom because I feel like not everyone who has maxed out Draug or Buckethead would appreciate it that much. But Sniper's Bow, congratulations, Clarisse mains. You have found a new weapon, the actual weapon to keep. I've seen so many Clarisse mains try using Fury Bow, Swiss Arrow Bow. They've tried everything. And now, she has something truly amazing. Again, I really like the fire sweep aspect. Now, the problem is, within 2 spaces of support partner, that does mean it doesn't work if your AI is controlling your team. In Ether Raids, for example.
Well, yeah, but such is the cost of using a Layla archetype.
Yeah, that is the cost. But for anyone using her, wow, you're gonna get so much usage out of her.
Absolutely.
This gives me
Just in
so
case.
much hope for Bearcat and Legion's Weapon Refine.
Yeah, I'm going to say this right now. This is one of my favorite sets of refines ever. Very few times do I just love all the refines. Now, again, Hewn Stalwart Sword, not completely there with them, but
That's just because of how people build those units.
yeah,
If you build those units.
yeah, if you don't look at the people who built those heroes already, excellent refines. So as a whole, if I had to rank this, it's Great Flame first, and tied with Sniper's Bow, I would say. It's really hard to put one over the other, to be honest. But I think Great Flame first because it actually just has no holes, whereas Sniper's Bow has that little awkwardness to it, so it's very close.
Dumalance Monkathong.
Two Lance. But aside from that, Hewn Stalwart Sword are pretty much tied for last, even though they're not really last because they're amazing too. So that's how I would rank it. But yeah,
Pretty
if you
much
guys
the
had
same
these
way.
heroes or were thinking about making them, just make them. But yeah, MadCrash, Legion, what do you think?
Well, I have +10 Clarisse and +10 Draug, so obviously I was waiting for this. And I am thoroughly satisfied with the results, even if I have to use Draug differently because I gave him Death Blow before. I didn't give him Bold Fighter at least. But honestly, I am really happy about these. Clarisse, my anticipation was that she'd get a Broadleaf Refine. But honestly, having Fire Sweep with Swift Sparrow on top is still perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like, for example, my Clarisse +10/+10 with Fury hits 59 attack and 50 speed. Or just
Okay.
as long as she's healthy. And then she has Fire Sweep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any of these units built up personally. I do have a copy of Myrrh, but overall, I don't see any actual losers in this
Supporting
batch of
Clarisse with
refines.
Lilith could
Absolutely
be really
not.
interesting to see.
Oh, Clarisse with Lilith would be, yeah, that would be an excellent combination as well.
If you really want to have fun, support her with Layla.
Or Layla. Then they're both just not getting guaranteed.
Nobody counterattacks.
Yeah.